to go night driving tonight. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight's episode of Historical Fight Club will not be seen this week, but never fear, we have this knockout podcast for you.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you.
Music
Lovers
only.
Bam. What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing tonight? It's me and Coach right now. Maybe we'll have the grace of Alex, the Alexi. I think that's what we're calling the plural Alexes.
Plurals of them.
Yeah. Alexi. But yeah, we're For Music Lovers Only. We're going to talk about supergroups, which was Alex's pick for this week.
And he's not here.
And he's not here, so we'll see how that goes. Getting a little salty on it. But we're going to hold down the fort. We're going to do the damn thing. That's what we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a little shindig going tonight, supporting local rapper Kush Powers album release party. Me and Kevin are going to do some painting. Pedal
He was on your show a couple weeks ago. He was on your show a couple weeks ago.
Yep, he was a guest a couple weeks ago plugging all this, and good dude, great, phenomenal artist. All of the people he's got on the list, so it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah,
beautiful night. I think I've got switched into jeans mode, and I can't get back into short modes. I feel weird wearing shorts now. It's like once I put that pair of jeans on for the first time, I'm like, I'm with it.
Yeah, it's pretty warm out today, man. I had to do my work in shorts. It was hot.
Yeah, I don't know if I had to do yard work. My grass had turned yellow because my uncle mowed it and scalped it, and then it got stupid hot, and it all looked like it was dying. But with this nicer weather and a little bit of rain, it's like turning green. I'm like, no, stop growing.
Yeah, stay dead.
So I'm gonna have to go mow one more time at least.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's sad. But let's get into it. Super groups. Like I said, there's not very many to pick from. Like I said, there's 20 really popular ones that pop up on any kind of Google search.
Yeah.
You dig a little deeper and you can find some, in the underground cults, the cult music,
Yeah, more obscure.
Not cult music, go drink some Kool-Aid, but, underground cult classic music, I guess. Got the Kool-Aid. I'm still unleaded drinking coffee.
All right.
It'll be a long night. I'll be ready for bed by 9. I'll be tired and want to go home. I know it.
Well, it starts at 9, so hopefully not 8. So hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm already ready to go home. That's how that works.
I get you.
But the definition of supergroups, from the research, was any band that has members that had gained success solo or in another band. So that's a pretty broad definition. So creative liberties can be taken. So Coach, take it away.
All right. Well, my number 5 was Audio Slave. And there was a couple, but I went with Exploder. Yeah. It's one that I really like and good song. And obviously Rage was huge part of my growing up. And
yeah. And Cornell, I love anything Cornell does. Beautiful voice.
Yeah, their music, just like the music is great and all of that stuff. So
yeah, I just started following Tom on either Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or something, and showing some of the behind the scenes, some of his creative builds on guitars and stuff like that. So it's fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, so that took me down a rabbit hole. I listened to probably 10, just sit there and jammed out all night anyway. Yeah. So, and then my number 4 was Them Crooked Vultures, Elephants. And they're, obviously a collaboration of a bunch of older guys that are still out trying to rock.
Who are they again? I can't remember who's in that one.
Here, I'll get the whole one.
I don't think I've The name sounds familiar.
Members, great radio, but it's John Paul Jones, Josh Hormone, or whatever, however you say his name, Homme.
Yeah.
And then Dave Grohl, Greg Kristen. I mean, they have like they've had some different like lead singers in some of the stuff I've watched or listened to. So like I said, it was all kind of newer. It was kind of weird to see guys that were all 80s and 90s guys that were, still trying or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is the music I like better anyway. So, and a lot of their stuff sounded like certain music another band did. So,
yeah.
So what's that?
Foo Fighters just dropped a song. I kind of like it too. I mean, I give Dave a chance.
Hell yeah. That's why I said they said like it's a mix of like Led Zeppelin, Foo Fighters, something like that or whatever, Number 3 was Temple of the Dog, Wooden Jesus.
Yep.
And then my honorable mention from them would be Times of Trouble, but that was fun too. A bunch of guys, same kind of thing that people I listened to all my life that I kind of honestly before we did research I'd forgot about some of the most of this stuff. So
yeah. And again, Cornell. I mean, beautiful Cornell and Eddie. Vedder was. I don't know. I liked him a little better in Temple of a Dog. I mean, I like Pearl Jam, but his hits, all the stuff they overplayed on the radio, I do not like.
Well, that was all the stuff that was playing on a lot of the radio stations. Rock when we were growing up.
Yeah, I think Vitalogy is probably my favorite album. There's Vitalogy and I think Yield or something that has. And again, them commercial weren't very big albums. They weren't.
Well, what's crazy is some of these songs, and you're listening to, and you look at the views, and it's just they weren't radio popular. You're not radio popular, and now you can maybe not be radio popular and hit big, but back, even 5-6 years ago, 8-10 years ago, it was hard. So, my number 2 was The Highwayman, and It Is What It Is. And then also honorable mention from them was They Killed Him. Just listening to the kind of depth in that song and voice or whatever, that was fun too. And I probably listened to the most Highwayman songs of all of these when I was going through them.
Imagine being a fly on the wall in the studio.
Oh man, the music writing and the ability, and plus the things that everyone in that room had done. And then my number 1 was Traveling Wilburys, and mine was Tweeter and the Monkey Man. Did I steal one from you finally?
Yep. You mentioned it before, but I was like, yeah, we're rolling with it.
Yeah, well, I should have done Last Night, because that one would have been fine for me too. Because
again, there was a lot of good songs on all of it. I mean, even their stuff that got. What End of the Line, there's stuff that got pushed a lot, even it was good just because, it was legends again, fly on the wall.
Oh yeah. All of these ones really would have been just to even hear just their adventures, not even the music side of it, just what they had done. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just the places they had been and all that.
The stories there, they chopped it up, sitting around in between.
Oh,
why somebody's doing a take, recording some drums, and the other guys are in there telling stories.
Yeah, like the Rat Pack, I mean, they're the only ones other than some of these groups I would have liked to heard their stories and party and adventures or whatever.
Yeah. Good list. Stole one of mine.
Sorry. I got a couple stolen last week, so
I'll replace it with like I said, my honorable mention. But the one you stole was Traveling Wilburys, Tweeter and the Monkey Man, and that was just a good. I mean, it was upbeat and it was just messed up.
Starts
song,
right out selling drugs,
Yeah,
cocaine,
preaching to the choir, not. But so my number 5, since we swapped it, was Boxcar Racer. Blink 182, basically Blink 182 with 2 other guys. I mean, 2 of the members, Travis and DeLong. And then I don't know who the other 2 guys were. I don't know who they were, but they were with some kind of emo, screamo, punk bands, I'm sure. But and it was There Is that one always pulls at the old short and curlies.
Yep. Good song.
Yep. So then that leaves number 4. We're gonna go with Rebel Meets Rebel, which is basically Pantera, Rex, Dime, Vinny, and David Allan Coe
Okay.
doing vocals. I mean, Dime does a lot of the vocals too. Scream the metal, because it's a very metal country mix, and I mean the country is really melodic. Because obviously it's Dime, and so it kind of Cemetery Gates style. There's a couple songs that go, "Is this Cemetery Gates?" But then there's some that come out, straight up rocking. And mine is Get Out of My Life. And it's just it did take me a minute to it was an acquired taste. I mean, the first time I listened to it album front and back, didn't like it. I hated it. I was like, what? No, this is garbage. And I mean, I love David Allan Coe, I love Pantera, but it just was garbage. And then listened to it again, and I found, I think, probably Get Out of My Life or Nothing to Lose.
Okay.
And like I say, they're campy, I mean, it's campy stuff. It's definitely cheesemo vein. And then another good one was New York NYC Streets, and it kind of opens up, and it's them talking. It's David Allan Coe talking, and he goes, "Yeah, that's kind of funny, I mean, someone who didn't know who you were, and this chick comes up and says, hey, I'm looking for a dime bag. They think they're looking for dope."
Uh-huh.
I'm like, first thing I'm thinking is like, man, everybody knows who dime bag is. Who don't know who dime bag is? Come on.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are some who don't. So my number 3 would be Mad Season, which Temple of the Dog, it was a toss-up kind of between Mad Season and Temple of the Dog, but Mad Season is Lane Staley, guitar from Pearl Jam, and then I think the drummer from Screaming Trees. And I can't remember what the album's name was, River of Deceit, I believe. And that's a great song, but I picked Long Gone Day, which had somebody else kind of guest in. He wasn't in the normal band, but he kind of came on, and they both passed away since then. So I don't know how recently this other guy passed away or how close it was to Lane's death, but it's like kind of like a MTV Unplugged, but it's not MTV Unplugged.
Okay.
So it's alive. The video I seen of this one, and it's real good. I love it.
Awesome.
So number 2 is Blind Faith. We kind of talked about before we got on the air that Eric Clapton is kind of like the king of supergroups.
Yeah, he was. Every group he moved to ended up being considered a supergroup.
And I mean, at the time, that's just kind of how it was. They were all getting big, and they seemed to share the wealth with everybody. They were all like building a network, and hey, it doesn't matter. It's
Well, and then some of it was differences, because you see one split up for a while, and then they go with one and then come back to the other, or there's a bunch of that. So money will make that shit happen.
Oh yeah. Blind Faith was one album called Blind Faith. It was Steve Winwood, Clapton, Ginger Baker, and Rick Gretsch. And that was 1969. My song always will be Can't Find My Way Home. I think there was only 6 songs on the album, and this one definitely is my favorite. And the more in the dark side of it, the other ones are kind of poppy, and one's something about presence of the Lord or something, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I mean,
Okay.
not, hey, not that I'm not, whatever, if but I'm just like, I don't want to hear about it. So my number 1 is Murder Dolls, and that's Wednesday 13, Joey Jordison from Slipknot. One of the guitarist from Static X that got into trouble for some heinous, I don't even remember exactly what it was, some sexual assault shit, but
Not cool.
But he was in it for temporarily, at least,
Until that happened.
probably. I mean, they did 2 albums. They did one album in 2002, huge hiatus. 2013 did a second album, and then Wednesday announced that they were officially breaking up. But my song, I mean, again, the whole album's just kind of in that scary shock rock, kind of vintage movie, horror movie feel. And, so I think there's a couple songs about zombies. You got to have a couple zombie songs dealing with these guys. But
Yes.
Motherfucker, I Don't Care is the name of my number one song.
Sounds like a good song.
It's a good song. It just starts out, and I love
like
Wednesday's.
the song for my life.
Yeah, I love Wednesday's scream. I know James does not like his high-pitched scream, but it is very high-pitched and and then just kicking in with that driving guitar and bass, kind of souped up, scary rockabilly is kind of way I always felt like it was, it was driving. But yeah.
Well,
I don't
good
know.
list, my man. I enjoyed it.
I guess it is just really us.
Yeah, nobody wanted to come on. I sometimes I wonder if it's me. They've stopped showing up since I've started. And like I said, just tell them I quit. And see if they all come back, and if they do, then I'll start sneaking back in. No. Yeah, if it's me, it's like I get it.
I don't know.
I've ran other people off.
I
Although my
know
people keep coming back to my podcast, but
I know Alex was just trying to turn just Alex's kid into a cholo. I seen that. But
okay.
had his bandana and going all that route.
Yeah.
I can see you, Stephanie. What's up? Like I said, we already gone through our list. The other slackers didn't show up, so we may bullshit a few more minutes, but hell, I mean.
Stephanie, we were talking about the other host that was supposed to join us with their list. It was supposed to be a minimum of 4, and you never know with James right now in tour season.
Yeah, I think he's still he was in New York last night, I think, or tonight or last night at least. I'm like, that wouldn't be. I would like to visit. It's no place I'd like to stay for any extended time, a day or two, maybe.
It just depends if somebody's putting me up or if I'm, a couple weeks would be, probably the limit depending on what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like. I always dreamed about New York City as a kid, but now that I'm older, I'm like, nah, I mean,
Yeah, I think it's a place I have to go. I've never been there, but it's nowhere I'd want to live, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like upstate New York would be more my suitings now. Just kind of.
I don't want to be Buffalo or nothing, though, because the snow and all that crap I couldn't do.
Yeah, I did have another guy that does a podcast. He was like snowed in a couple times last year. I mean, yeah, okay.
No bueno.
No bueno. I like snow, but
I like a little bit of snow, especially right like around Christmas or something. But other than that, I'm getting old enough. And I don't make no money off of it anymore. I used to plow the snow. It was kind of, well, if it snows, at least I make money. But now, just an inconvenience. I got kids driving on it I got to worry about.
If I got to shovel it, it's too much. But I think next week we got another gal from Kansas City. She's going to come on and host with us. So hopefully she comes through so we can at least have 3 of us, because apparently part-timers. I say we just talk smack about them the rest of the 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes to talk about how stinky butted they are and how they just leave friends out to hang, and I don't know.
Don't get no invites to what, Virginia, to go to Ska Fest.
Yeah, I don't know what you did or what I did, man, but if I did it, I'm sorry, kinda, and if you did it, then well,
yeah, I don't know.
I apologize for you.
Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow we got on Art Assault. We can talk about that for a minute. I got a pretty phenomenal artist from Kansas City. He's going to be streaming in, but he's got a exhibit here in town at Art City Arts, and I think Kevin made it there today. I'm going to go tomorrow, check it out, but it's a Misfits visual art thing, and he's got at least one piece in it, maybe 2. But
that's cool.
He's definitely, I mean, metal type art. When you think of a metal cover, that's what his style is. Pen on paper, and then sometimes color, sometimes just black and white, but really intricate, really, really good artwork. So it'll be fun talking to him.
That'd be cool, man. I'll be watching.
Yeah. And then, we got the Barleycorns tonight. I think that's it. tomorrow. You know, I've been working on my anti-view. That thing's been good, and it's a lot less raunchy than my Angry Beaver, but it's kind of been mind fucking me a little bit, trying to, you know, visualize, you know, these pieces, you know, like that in proportion, you know, that gum, you know, I mean, in real life, you know, but, you know, it's the view of an ant, and, you know, the bee's bigger almost than the car, you know, it's like, but, you know, I mean, I'm trying, it makes sense in my head once I get on the dream, but sometimes it's like, whoa, what's going on here? I worked on it all day today, and my head's kind of like, oh,
spinning.
Yeah, so good to take a break.
Well, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I still got a long ways to go. Maybe not a long ways, but a little bit more down the road.
Sometimes I feel like that ant.
Yeah, oh, I definitely do. The last several pieces with like kind of the perspective and the cityscapes are like, I went kind of back and I was like, oh, they're all kind of telling a story. I kind of subconsciously got this kind of story, and then so the ant kind of fit. And originally, and possibly maybe this is still just a concept piece for a painting, but you know, I mean, after I put this much time into it, it's like, why try to recreate it? Paint something else, you know, I don't know.
Let it be the original.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's probably where it's going to go, because I don't know. I mean, it's fun doing the digital art because it's, you know, you don't like something, you get something off a little bit, all you got to do is kind of just rotate it, so you get a lot more room for error and you can play with things a lot better. Lord knows I like playing with things.
Yeah, I could tell by your hairy palms and the fact that you're almost blind. Oh.
All right, Casey, thank you for coming on. We're going to get off here. We're going to get on with our night.
I had a good time. Good luck tonight. Have fun.
Good list. It was fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Janet. You have a good night. We're going to get off of here.